Hi everyone, Dr. Peter Hughes here, your superintendent of schools. I wanted to come to you quickly and just give you an update from Friday, as well as, in the sense of transparency, update you on a variety of things that are going on with the building. So without further ado, let us get started. Friday did present a unique challenge in that on last Monday, we had some professionals out to help us unclog the front drain. Unfortunately, we learned that that drain had collapsed on the side of the Tenakill and it's going to need more extensive work. Luckily, our head custodian and our custodial team came up with a plan to drain and pump that grate into the Tenakill. It worked. It was able to keep us open. Mr. Scalaucci and his team are commended on that work. It took a long time, but it went very well. Throughout the day, they continued to pump that front area. We also had visual monitoring throughout the day and continuous communication. We were watching the levels of the Tenakill all throughout Friday. We did learn towards 11 o'clock, we saw that the level was coming up more drastically. And whenever that happens, there's a danger in accessing the parking lot. It makes it a nightmare to pick up and drop off. And whenever you face that issue of not being able to access that front parking lot, that can be a potential problem point. The second reason we closed early was to protect the building. When students are present, it's not possible to put the flood wall up because we would be blocking off some exits. Now, we are going to be working with our flood engineer both on a new plan that doesn't block exits as well as the repairs to that front drain. So that's going to actually start tomorrow. So I'm happy to report that. At no time was water near the building, and at no time did we lose access to the front parking lot. It was simply precautionary. So that's kind of where it is. You can see at almost 1 o'clock, the water was high enough that it would have been a nightmare for parents to drop off or pick up their kids. And whenever we have these types of things happen, it's important to talk about opportunities for improvement. We, as an administrative team, are looking at communication upgrades, repairs, making sure the repairs are followed through on, reviewing of procedures for both emergencies as well as procedures around these types of issues, and creating webcams for the Tenakill. We'd like to install webcams that both the Office of Emergency Management, the administrative team, as well as the community can view at any time. I think it may help. Finally, I wanted to talk to you briefly because I noticed in my experience on Friday that there was a lot of anxiety and a lot of trepidation. I wanted to talk a little bit about that because I think that everybody is still kind of reeling from their experience. I want you to know that we've put a number of things into place to make our building much more secure. So please don't assume the worst. Please don't assume additional information. When we communicate, we're going to be truthful in our communications. And know that there's a team of professionals working collaboratively to make decisions. We don't make decisions, just myself or Mr. Massaro. We consult our people with that. The Office of Emergency Management is involved, Chief Olshifer, and it's always collaborative. And if you ever have questions or concerns, don't go to social media. You could come to us, have a conversation. We are very approachable. As we get back to normalcy, there's a certain level of healing that needs to take place. And part of that comes from transparency. And part of that has to come from us coming together as a community and making sure that we start to feel a sense of confidence in the process. So if you ever have questions about that, please don't hesitate in reaching out. We're here for you. Thank you and have a wonderful Monday.